Hey guys. Ciao, baby. Hi. How are you? What was just coming to me, this is why God is so great, and all glory goes to God. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to be 1,000% honest. There's a part of me, what I'm about to say is what I'm supposed to say, but the ego part of me, the human part of me was like, somebody's totally going to steal that idea. How could they steal it? You're giving it, first of all. Let's just stop you there. Thank you. But it wasn't really that. More or less, somebody's going to get credit for it. Somebody's going to go out and do it. Maybe that has a lot of followers, this and that. And it's like, Spirit? What's it for? Does it matter where it comes from? Just as long as it's being done is all that matters. See, there's that part of us that wants to do that. I don't think like that normally. But that popped in my head, and I immediately now caught it and went, wait a minute, that's not how I truly feel. Or I wouldn't say all the things. It's so weird how that can happen. But that's our old programming. Still working out the bugs, the kinks. I gotta get a drink. Excuse me. But what came to me was battered women shelters. And yes, I know there's not a lot of funding. To me, absurd. But anyway, there should be plenty of funding for everything. I don't know. Anyway, I just make it make sense. Anyway, how about those of us that were one of those women at one time? How about all the psychologists and the counselors and the social workers, or the women and men, or the children of mothers and fathers that maybe, lived through that too? Why are we not, rather than saying, hey, we could put you up, yeah, that's great, but then we leave you to yourself, and then society will tell you, you must love it or you wouldn't stay there. It's a whole mind fuck process. But what about the part of, not just giving them the fish dinner, but teaching them how to fish? Donating our time. Women coming in, you women that have been successful, meaning living a fruitful life, not in that anymore. Maybe you're a businesswoman now, or you own your own business, or you're doing this, or you're just a fucking maid, but you don't live that way and you're happy. Hope. How do we learn best? We learn best, for me anyway, by people who have lived it. And you can tell genuinely that they're a different person because they know where they're at. And it helps us, because what did we live through that for if it wasn't to help others? Instead of judging people, throwing a fucking pill at it like doctors and shit do, or from a textbook that says, you probably just got bipolar. I'm depressed because I lived through hell. Duh. What the fuck? I never understood that when I was young. Well, you're a manic depressant. Well, duh. So how do we fix that? They just want to give you a pill. Yeah, I had a bad day. I have unhealed trauma. Label it. BPD, fucking ADHD, da da la 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 la. Some of it was created by pills, but let's take a pill. I don't know. Why are we going off on the tangent? Passionate about these things. You know why I'm not ADHD anymore and I'm not manic bipolar disorder, manic depressant and all that? Because I've healed things, faced the things that happened that way, and I had to be drugged through the fucking mud, through hell, to be able to come out, take a shower, a bath, or whatever, and come out squeaky clean, in a sense. Healed from all that trauma, all that dirt, and all that baggage can go away. What was that, puppy? What for then did we go through that? What for then? Why are we not helping our fellow sisters? Why are we not going and talking to elderly people, whether they live in a place or whatever? Some people don't have any. Why are we just not going, okay, there's disabled persons, you know what I mean? And there's children, and there's, elderly people. There's just people that are in their own whatever, and bringing them all together to help one another, There's elderly persons, maybe they're not even elderly, maybe they're just, some of them are disabled, but they still can watch a child. They would be great to help a child after school. Just make sure they're okay. Maybe they need someone to talk to or someone to read to them. Or old people are great. They have so much knowledge. They're my favoriteest people. The stories are just fabulous. Kids love that. They have gifts and talents they can still do. Why not teach the children that? That's to village. Isn't that a village? Isn't that a community? Isn't that the way we should live? It's simple. It's so simple. But yet we'll make it so difficult that it seems like it's impossible. But in all reality, I'm possible. You know what I'm saying? You're possible. I'm speaking also as though I am you when I say that. I'm possible. I'm hearing, because people stop believing in magic, like the fairy tales and all that, because they lost their imagination and their thrill and awe of life, like an innocent child, even that whose innocence has been taken away, there's still that innocence and that childlike, that's love. And children believe anything is possible, and they believe in superheroes, their parents, no matter how horrible they were from where they were at, they look up to and love. Because children see things like animals in people that other people can't see because they've been clouded by everything. But the child, so special and innocent. The best way to control also is get them when they're children. And is it in some religions? I'm not sure, but this is what's coming to me, so I'm going to say it. So it's not like any, you know what I mean? I'm just speaking. A child isn't held accountable up until the age of 8, and after the age of 8, then they are. which makes another interesting thing. Dr. Bruce Lipton speaks about how from 0 to 7, all you do is take in, take in, take in, take in. There's no like cognitive thinking of rationalizing or any of that, right? It's just soaking in. The brain is a sponge. Look up Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's brilliant. I love him and the way he talks and explains things. He's fucking brilliant. But I relate to him because that's what reaches out to me and resonates with my person. And can't you just tell? If you take all the fluff and all the shit and everything aside and you just get down to the bare thing that someone is saying and their authenticity in that, you could tell when someone's passionate with what they speak about, what they do. It's the energy they give off. I like to be theatrical and dramatic and all that because it's fun and that's expression means so much to me. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, in everything, your body, I feel like your body tells a story. Like dancing when you dance with somebody that you just have, it's like making love on the dance floor. It's so just erotic. It hasn't been like that with everyone. It's only been you know what I mean? Every movement, that's why dancing is so important as well. And that's why mimes or anything with their facial expression, how they do things, you don't need words. The body and the energy and the energy should give it all. Okay, that was... I don't know where we're going with all this, but there you go. I think we'll stop there. It's so funny. I don't even know when I slip into full channeling. I feel like it always is. I don't judge it. I don't look at it. There's not an outcome. What comes in comes out. I'm not going to be sorry for that ever. But I am being reminded, thank you, of prison ministries is great. But what about the people that are not in prison? What about the children and the partners? No matter who's taking care of those children, what about them and their caretakers? What's happening with them? I have something am I to say that? Maybe not just yet. Hang on one second, please. Thank you. So, I know, to you, it was just a instant. I love you. I'm going to stop there. I'm learning because I get information as I'm speaking it. And I do have a lot of things written down as well. I should go back and read it. I might learn something. Fuck. It is what it is. You know, I'm done. I'd like to say I'm totally done trying to figure it out. But, you know, one day that it will completely be a thing 100%. Until then, I am so much better now than I was a minute ago. It was in the past. You can't even speak about that. It's just who you are right now. Relish in that. Thank you, God. I love God so much. All glory. All glory. It's the magic moment. Relish in that. Because that's all you have, right? Each moment, moment by moment. Find your magic moment.